We are live, Vocal Dialect, Season 1, Episode 15. We have the lovely Queen, Goddess Hope in the building. We have the General, Shaka San Kofa. He is traveling right now, but not like a
Yes,
Mason.
sir.
We got Kenwato Akil in the building, and me, myself, Knowledge Born 7. Tonight, we're going to do current events and hot topics. We got a lot going on. We got a lot that has happened. You know, it's so much. It's like it's crazy. We got the Israel and Hamas war going on over there, the Israeli invasion. We got the Olympics. They trying to take the sister medal from her since she had 4 seconds. Crazy. We got the NBA won the gold medal. No controversy there, but they trying to say that they gave a lot of the U.S. NBA players a lot of calls. To me, I thought it was a fair game. Everybody played pretty hard. You know what I'm saying? So a lot going on as far as hot topics and current events. We got Kamala Harris still gyrating around across these states, trying to boost up and liberate Biden from his everything. We got Trump disrespecting Kamala. He going in on her. He exposing them. It's just crazy out here, y'all. Only in America. I love it. I love it, man.
Don't forget you forgot one thing.
Who I got? Who I forgot?
You know, what JD Vance, the Trump's running mate, they're cross dressing, man.
Oh man. So man, Vocal Dialect, we in the building. It's going down. It's going down. Today I had a good day. I didn't see no magical Negroes. I didn't cuss nobody out. I traveled pretty good. Nobody cut in front of me in these crazy Atlanta highways, and everybody was good. So let's get it, family. What we got? What we want to hear first?
Trump in the cross dressing. JD Vance. Hey, Trump should have did his research, man. They got that plastered all over social media, man.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
I know Trump gonna get rid of him.
It's too late now to get rid of him. He already picked him, right?
That don't mean he can't get rid of him, can he?
But I'm saying, how is he going to get rid of him in the middle of a race?
He can force him to drop out.
Oh, okay, and he gonna pick another running mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got pictures plastered all over the internet, man.
That is crazy, man.
Right.
That is crazy. What y'all think about the Olympics and they trying to take the sister gold medal?
What sister?
The sister that won the not the gold, the bronze.
I'm
talking about. Give it back to her.
Well, from the U.S.
Yeah. She was with Simone Biles.
Oh, okay. You're not talking about track. Okay.
No, not gold, but bronze.
I ain't up on that one.
That's political. That's politics.
Yeah. I did see a video of the other European lady that was crying. So I guess she felt like she should have won because of something about 4 seconds. They got so much time to dispute something, all kind of crazy stuff.
Everybody feel like they should have won. Kidding about her crying, man. For real. You know, you cry because you lost. You lost. See, that's that white privilege shit, man.
You participation
know, your ass lost. Your ass lost. Now they talking about some 4 seconds, man. You know, some blooper ass shit, man, to try to make them pacify this white supremacy, this white privilege shit, man. Your ass lost, man. Take the silver medal, go home. Put your ass on the plane and go home. Be glad you got that. You dealing with the original black goddess. You lucky to even be competing with them. Get your ass home. Go do a Wheaties commercial because you're going to get a ton of endorsements anyway.
Yeah, especially now since she lost. She's going to, that's pretty key what you just said. She's going to get those endorsements, man.
Mm.
She don't get the endorsements. The other thing, speaking about Olympics, what's up with the break dancing? What have we done? What I didn't know they had break dancing in the Olympics, and then
Yeah.
what is did, did you
You
see?
know,
Everybody is
that come
talking
from
about
us,
that.
man. That's our fault. That's our fault. Fat Joe, all these other niggas, that been beefing about hip hop, where it originated from and all this stuff, man. And when people see people beefing like that, man, they just key on in on it, man. Now you got Sue Wong flipping on her fucking head like she from Brooklyn. You know, shit is fucking disgraceful, man. And we keep buying into that, man.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, they were hard, man. They were.
Everybody was talking about that. I'm like, I don't, first of
It's
all, I'm
all over.
not
So
saying like, I just didn't give into the Olympics this year. I don't know, something in me was just like, when we're about to play this game and I don't feel like being glued to my TV because y'all trying to hide something, per usual. So I just decided to step back from the Olympics this year. But there are a lot of like white pages on YouTube that are talking about how the second seal was, you know, released with how they did the closing ceremony. Something about 1901 and the group that they chose. So they feel like it was a sound off for, a war or a sound off for like a revolution type of civil war about to take place next. They're like, we're in a war, trade war, tech war, all these different types of wars, like five different types of wars. Knowledge you would know better than me right now off the top of my head. And they were like, US is in four of the five with China right now. The only difference is it's not a physical manpower, where we're at war bombing them, but we are technically at war with a whole nother group of people.
mm,
So it's like that was so significant for me because I hadn't really been paying attention, to the Olympics. I only know what's happening because of what other people are saying around me and the groups that I'm in. Yesterday was the first time I probably caught a glimpse of anything, and it had water polo on at the brunch, and I was like, "Oh, okay, what the hell is this?" So, you know, like I just didn't pay attention to it at all this year. But I say that all to say, I definitely feel like there was immense pressure for a lot of musicians to tour. There are a lot of R&B musicians right now about to be on tour. Jill Scott, Maxwell's, all those like indie type of people, just musicians in general. And I feel like they made it a point to make sure that to do it before the November elections kick off. Like everyone is trying to run up a bag right now because everybody knows like some type of thing is about to take place. They don't know
yeah,
what it is, but it's just an energy that we can feel.
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna say this. Listen, I watch a lot of business stuff, and I don't know if Queen can attest to this. Everybody is worried about this November election, man. I'm serious. It's bad when gangsters is worried about it. Niggas in the street worried about it, man. I'm serious. That's all they keep talking about. Like, man, like, and a lot of people are confused about who to pick because they feel like we have to pick between the two lesser evils. And of course, we have a lot of things on the books that could be brought up, which is never going to be brought up again. The black codes, the sundown towns, the three fifth rule. You know what I'm saying? 3 Europeans equal 1 African American. I mean, 3 African American equal 1 European. So it's a lot that's going on, and a lot of people are really worried about this election, man. It is crazy. So so if you're worried about it, then hopefully if you don't get if you vote, if you don't vote, if you pick someone and later down the line is not the right person, then you definitely need to take that chance and get involved locally on your government so at
Right,
least you know your local levels are secure, especially
right,
who you have as your top sheriff, your top councilman. These things are to put in play also so you can bring the funding to your communities and also stress the points about getting your street fixed and stuff like that, grants and things of that nature. There is a lot of money floating around, but they have gotten savvy with it because they so-called say we abuse the PPP, but the people and some of the shareholders of the Corporation of the United States of America, they want to take advantage of the money at first, as the first round money to be passed out before the smaller entrepreneurs got a hold of the money. You know, and to me, we call that a Ponzi scheme, which is a white collar crime. But at the same time, that's why some companies was on the news, like, you know, why y'all get so much money, y'all got money and stuff like that. And that's when, like, I think the steak restaurant had to give their money back, and some other people had to verify some things of that nature. Uh but but just, you know, just speaking about what Queen said, everyone is worried about this election.
Hey, I could tell you, I was thinking, I think it was this morning, or last night, yesterday. Yeah, I was listening to Luke from you know, Two Live Crew. He was like, black men are leaving the Democratic Party, and black men need to come back to the Democratic Party, man.
I always knew Black Republicans, like almost majority of my life. It wasn't a shocking thing to see. Of course, you look at them, side eyeing them, you know, like, what's up with you? You know, but that was normal for me to see. And a lot of Black men are conscious. They know how to make money in this system. So of course they're going to go for tax cuts. Of course they're going to go for things that help their businesses grow and expand and, you know, keep excelling. You know, you start learning ways to you start learning tax law. That's basically what it comes down to. You know, so what typical party usually gets the tax benefits? The Republicans. What party runs up the debt? The Democrats. It's never not been that way.
Mm.
It don't make no difference anyway. I mean, when has it been a time where we prospered as a people?
Mm.
There has never been a time. If you
No,
look
but
back on the whole democratic history, all of that, we have never benefited from none of this, none of these elections or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Never have benefited from them. The Olympics, just like the Olympics was political, and that goes all the way back to the 1936 Olympics with Hitler and Winston Churchill and all that, you know, Max Mellon, Joe Louis. It goes Jesse Owens. This stuff is political, man. You know,
yeah, that's
and
crazy.
they
You
got,
mentioned
you
the
know,
night.
you got basketball, which wasn't nothing but a damn post office 30 and over night league. You know, everybody on the team except a couple of the players, man. You know, 20 years away from SSI, but they win the gold medal. LeBron James, all them dinosaurs and stuff, man. It's political, man. All this stuff is politics. All of it.
That's crazy.
You
You
know,
mentioned
it's
the
just
19.
about
Go ahead.
entertainment, man.
Yeah.
It's sensationalism and entertainment, man.
Should we be even in
You
the
know,
game of politics, soccer?
well, if you develop your own political party, but you get with these current politicians that's not gonna go outside the box, that are trained and conditioned. Because look at the Democratic Party for one. Therefore, you know, cut little girls' breasts off, abortion, transformers going into schools teaching the children, sending tax monies over to overseas to illegal aliens. You know, no bills for us. The lady said exclusively there would not be nothing done for y'all. So just forget that. Then she said she wasn't black.
But Obama said the
You know,
same thing.
and why can't we? Why is it so hard to believe? Why is it so hard to accept? You know, and then how would that look? She come on the White House lawn her and the other three Neanderthals. None of the children are hers, and it's a come up for them. They don't really love they, talking about the little white girls and talking about she love her like a mother. Come on, man. Come
Well,
on, man.
Obama said the same thing. He wasn't gonna do specifically for us. But guess what? They done something specifically for the Asians. You know what I mean? With the crime bill, they still doing something specific for the illegal immigrants that they allow here. You know what I mean? They done something specific for the LBGTQ. So how come you have to make a statement you're not gonna do anything for black people?
Nothing is going to change, brother. And what they're going to do when it gets near November, they're going to say the monkeypox and all this other shit is out. Everybody lock in, you know, which
Yeah.
the actually, the first shutdown really, black people actually really came off because they got a chance to save some money, but they didn't make use of it, man, because lack of unity, man.
Yeah.
Now you said the monkeypox stuff like that. You know they got the H5N1 outbreak. It
Yeah,
happened
but
May 2024.
It's going on right now in
Yeah,
Africa.
yeah,
It said as of August 12th, so that's today.
I looked
yeah.
up
And then
the vaccine for monkeypox, man. It's all of its patent, man. Got the patent numbers and
Or
everything, man. But what they
yeah,
do, they test drive people. They get about 200 people infected, at the health department. Then they say it's an outbreak when it's an inbreak for real. And then
hmm.
that's to scare all the people, scare you to go to the polls, because Kamala Harris is gonna come up with a new vaccine. Everybody got their sleeves rolled up. Once again, then you're gonna have millions of people dying. Then if she go through a menopause period, it's gonna be another fucking war. You know, all of
That was
our
not nice
young
to
men.
say.
I know,
That was
I
not
know,
nice to say. Don't be
I know.
sexist.
I'm
Hey,
not being sexist. That's
hey,
not. I'm just saying. Well, all right.
hey, you know
I'm
what?
just saying.
I can tell you this has been the most entertaining campaign, no campaign election that I've seen since I've been, you know what I'm
hey,
saying,
listen,
old
listen.
enough to realize what was going on. This has been entertaining to me, man. How can it not be entertaining? You
Hey,
got
listen.
Joe Biden falling down the
Yeah,
stairs.
but when you talking about killing people, that's not entertainment, man. This is just the earlier stages of genocide.
Who said
You
something
know,
about killing people?
Are
you
you
know what I'm
serious?
saying?
Yeah,
When
who
they
said that?
decided to vaccinate billions of people, that
I'm
was
not.
when.
No,
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, nah, man. Look, I ain't voting for one of them. I think both of them is a joke. Ain't nothing for us. I'm talking about entertainment as far, what we've been seeing. Joe Biden falling all down the stairs and stuff senile, and then they lied. If you really look at it, they lied. They said, "Oh no, he's able to run. He could." They lied. They knew he was, he
Man,
knew something was wrong with him. You got what Trump did a fake assassination attempt. Come on, man, that wasn't real. You got what the Megan Thee Stallion at a goddamn election rally down here,
That's a
man.
fact.
That's
That's a
what I
mess.
mean entertainment. That's the funniest shit
yeah,
I
but
like.
Ken, that's indoctrination, though, man.
That's comedy. What you mean?
Yeah, that's what I
You
mean.
know,
Comedy. I feel what you're saying. It ain't funny, but hey,
they
man.
no, they
Oh,
laugh
that
at us.
shit
I agree
funny.
with y'all. They laugh at us. They really laugh at us, just like they do in
It's
sports, man.
funny.
You know, Meg the Stallion. Like that's something big. Then the way they see this is also revealing all these emotional feminine dudes, man, just yelling, vote for Kamala. They actually in their feelings about it. They're actually getting emotional about this, man.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
yeah. Now, if you can't see this as a joke, man, you cleaning collard greens and all this. Come on, man. I'm
She
home.
should, man. They should, man. If it was left up to me, man, drown their ass in them collard greens and a whole tub of them, man, because she's a detriment to us, man. And that's one thing that we don't do. We don't really be brutally honest about how these people are killing us, man. You know,
And,
we
and
all
we
we want to use a different approach, man. They're killing us. Our children and grandchildren, man, are in grave danger, man. Grave danger, man.
Right, right. I
now
You
agree.
know,
I did read a report, and I did watch a video. The guy said that this generation would not be no better than like our generation would not be any better than our parents' generation, and that we are going to be so dumbed down. It is crazy. The schools are looking for teachers. No one wants to teach. The education, they say a lot of us cannot even read properly. I'm talking about these students
Oh,
now.
it's so
So
bad.
now this guy has initiated a plan from a long time ago, and he talked about the plan is still in effect. Then my wife showed me a video about the different generations and how these generations go through cycles, and we are in a bad cycle. Right, we're in a chaotic cycle right now.
Hmm.
So, with all that being said, we need more than help. I'm just being for real. We have to really though. It's the time. I know I spoke about a time where I stopped doing mentorship because of the problems and things that come with it. But
Right.
I think next year I might have to just suck it up and get back out there because
Mm.
these our youth need help. Shaka speaks about it. Me and Queen talked about it too, about the education that's going on, and it's bad that they can't read. The lack of
Mm.
their attention. They don't have a lot of attention, and no, it's crazy. They are allowing the kids to have their phones in school.
Yeah, because that's the only way they'll get them to stay present in the classroom.
That is,
Read somebody read what the brother Jerry Moore said.
he said the campaign is hilarious. The election is being voted by emotions and due to the educations of the candidates. That is true. Everybody is very emotional. One, that we have some who are emotional that black men won't vote for a black woman. We have another situation where they're emotional as far as Trump and what he is supposed to do. They're also emotional about this so-called agenda of the 2025 that's going on. They also emotional as well. What really is emotional is how the black women have rallied together. They have rallied together. We have to pick between the lesser evil. I guess in this day and time, Kamala would be our lesser evil. We don't know, but it seems that
what?
this seems to be the way that social media is going. The agenda is being pushed, and right now she's leading in the polls. She's leading big, and she's packing out 15,000, 20,000. She's packing out her where she goes and do her lectures. She's packing them out, and it's a party. It's a party. People
It's a
bring
party.
collard greens,
That's what I'm
and
saying. It's a big party to people.
Man,
yeah,
it's
it's a
no.
big party to people. One thing I know for sure, Shaka has said it himself. We get caught up. They captivate us with entertainment all the time.
Yep. We fall for it.
Man,
Entertainment.
just look at how they think of us. When you campaigning and you get Meg Thee Stallion up there twerking, you got collard greens that you say you wash in the bathtub. You know how much of how insulting that is, man, to the past generation. You know
And
how
she doing
insulting
election
that
slide.
is.
She doing election slide.
Yep.
Hey
Cookouts doing
man, talking about
the cookout.
man, listen, man. And then I don't understand why men specifically, well, males, are getting emotional. Period, man. I will never get emotional over over a man or somebody that I don't know that's not gonna do nothing for me, that don't have my best interests at heart, and I'm gonna get emotional because everybody's not going that way and voting for somebody that's geared towards our detriment. Both of them are, man.
Right.
The this is why they're so pressed, man. And a lot of times she's doing the same thing they did in Atlanta. What they do when they at the Democratic the DNC, they pick up the homeless people, get about 4 tour buses, pick them up, treat them to Popeyes, and give them $15, $20 and fill them seats up at the convention. They do that. They go around the country doing that, man. These are just plays that they run, man. We're not gonna come off, period, as a people. It don't matter who's in there, man. The whole system will have to be torn down and reconstructed, man. And it's never gonna happen, man.
Right.
So and the only reason why, we need to fight tooth and nail because you got, people Queen's age, man. They what I mean? They out here putting their lives out. And they're our young people, man. They're our young gods and goddesses, man. And it's unfair to them for a lot of these older brothers and sisters to be caught up in a whole bunch of bullshit without standing up. Because that lets you know, man, that this generation are not thinking about nothing in the future. They're not future minded, man. They don't have a high level of compassion for the next generations, man. They selfish, they think about themselves, man. They hooked on materialism. Black men, instead of going to a lecture or something like that, they rather lay on the couch with their hand on their penis with a remote watching football, cheering for some other men. That type of nonsense, man, that type of insanity, man, and those are just some of the things, man, that we as a people, man, we got to address those things, man, and we have to stand up because just say if no black people, brown people didn't vote, period.
Right.
If we didn't vote, period, man.
Exactly.
Right.
All of our demands will be met, all of them, and then that will lead to athletes going on strike. There's no NFL is on strike, NBA is on strike, Major League Baseball is on strike, soccer is on strike, boxing is on strike. Then you go to the entertainment, all of them are on strike, except Tyler Perry and them type of sisters. It don't matter what goes on, they still gonna push those agendas, but they wouldn't have no other choice but meet all our demands, not requests, not begging, not on one knee and give us free shit. I'm talking about straight up demands. And I just don't want no check, man. I don't want no damn check that I'm going to end up giving back to them. I need some land. We need builders. We need people that's going to, rebuild communities, man. We're going to need our own policing system to get the scum out of the black community, and as long as we keep voting for these people, we keep arguing over who's the best and who's the worst and what color this person is. That color shit got us fucked up, man.
Yeah.
That color shit got us fucked all up, man.
Yeah.
That black shit.
I'm gonna give you something. The American dream is that other ethnic groups make money off of one ethnic group, and that is us. That's the American dream. That's the American dream. Other ethnic groups making money off of black people.
Hey, man, because
they come.
Go ahead.
They come here. We patronize them. The Chinamans and everyone, the Arabs. We can't open up a barbecue stand in Middle East. We definitely can't open up one in little Chinatown, real Chinatown in China. So we have to stop patronizing these other ethnic groups. Everyone come here and make money off of us. When some Chinese people, Philippines come here, United States show them videos how to make money off black people. It's sad, but that's the truth. When some Africans come here, they show them how not to unify themselves with black people. So we still dealing with the hate. We still dealing with the disrespect. We still dealing with us being indigenous people not giving what we supposed to have. Now, as far as reparations, that's over with. We'll never see it. Now, some elders and some Bibles feel like we're going to see it. Probably not in this lifetime, but maybe in our kids' lifetime. But I will say this: The older people are dying off and they are passing along. These young kids, some of them are really sticking together because they are multi-ethnic friendships. So you have like Black, Mexican, Chinese people who are all friends. The youth are, and they kind of like, man, why they fighting? Why they doing this? Why they doing that? We need to all just unify. So it's gonna take a lot. It's gonna take a lot for us to get some reparations. But the key thing is everyone make money off of us. We they give us the money because they know we're gonna give it back plus some. Don't forget, our dollar does not stay in our neighborhoods. Less than an hour, something like that. Say that our dollar leaves. As soon as we get it, our dollar leaves. But the Jews' dollar circulates six, 7 times. So
Yeah, 7, 8
it's a
times.
lot we have to fix.
Hey, but look, okay, so look at this. Let's say an average neighborhood, I say for lower middle class. Okay, Korean store right there, the Hindu store right there, the Hispanic store right there, and you don't have no. It's convenient for us. They made it. In other words, they made it convenient for us to patronize these other businesses. What we gonna do is, if that's all in our neighborhood?
We got to go back how it used
Some
to be
people
in the
don't
day.
have no cars to go across town to support Black business. That's the reality. And a lot of people ain't even gonna sacrifice to do that.
I'm gonna
Nope.
say this. I'm gonna
You
say this.
sure ain't.
When I was growing up, we used to have the lady who used to make the icy cups. We used to have the
Yeah.
fish on Fridays. We used to have the lady who made the candy apples and stuff like that. We patronize ourselves in our neighborhood, but what happened is they broke us up even more. So
Right.
with us being broke up even more, the hate started coming. Yo mama this, yo mama that. They kept putting the stupidness and the drama stuff in the hood, and it spread like a disease. Then so I'm not supporting the icy cup lady. I don't want no fish on Fridays. I don't care if Barbara presses the shirts the best. Now we're disarray, but F you, I'm going down the street. And this is what happens.
Yeah, I agree with that, but no, I grew up the same way. But what I'm saying, I don't even think it's no cake lady and the candy lady at the candy store lady and stuff like that no more. In this day and age,
They
Of
we don't
course
breaking
even
not.
down up.
You can't
we
go over
don't even
nobody's house. You
yeah,
gonna
we don't even
they
know the
think
people
you're
in
gonna
our
kidnap them.
yeah, we don't even
Exactly.
we don't even know the people in our neighborhood.
Yeah, I sure don't. I know I have some Hispanics standing across the street from me. I got a neighbor. This joker brother cut his grass, so it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the people down the street. I know a few people. That's about it.
That's where like block parties, I think that the
Yeah,
issue is that they put so many sanctions and rules and regs and want to control so much that it discourages you from even wanting to commune with your people. Like, think about it. I can't just go to the park anymore and have everybody come like we having a cookout. I got to get a permit. I
Yep.
can't just go, hang out at this corner over here because now you're gonna think we always selling drugs or something like that. Like, it's always something, and it's just exhausting. Hold on. I just saw this AI companion thing light up. I don't want that on my screen. But yeah, just thinking about all of that stuff that they try to, change in our neighborhoods, to your point. I remember, even our bodegas, they were never Black owned, like never, not once. They were always another race. So that's already teaching you and instilling you with those mindsets and qualities. Like, this is who I need to get the best, whatever, whatever from, because it's always got to be the best, especially with our culture. We can't just have, all of us can't have the same type of things. We have to go to the best. And we want to make sure that y'all know that we paid for the best too.
yeah,
Do you know what I
right,
mean? That's also
right.
something else because I'm pretty sure people are not rushing to get the best quality of our clothing line or our clothing brands. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason why I don't think Black people shouldn't be wealthy. And I think the only way that we're going to be wealthy is if we truly cut off all other nations and races and commune amongst ourselves and barter amongst ourselves. Because if we're flowing $2, $3, $4 trillion amongst other cultures. If we were able to do that within our community, we would all be wealthy, no?
Yeah. We we too we are all over the place for that. At this point, we just got to pick the chosen few to do that with, and that's the problem.
There's a lack of customer service skills. People don't know how to use grammar. I'm so sick and tired of reading YouTube titles and the wrong grammar is being used. That shit is so stressful. You make me just want to not even talk to y'all or go on your views because you are just not. Like if you want to take the assumption of being a leader and choosing to have a podcast, have a, physical appearance, you have a responsibility to know how to write, read, write, and spell and speak as properly as possible. Not saying that you have to be following your European way, but if your custom language is Spanish or English or whatever, at a minimum, know the basics, know how to converse, know how to have a conversation with people. It's just so bad. And it's so distasteful to me to see people, titles and they just have issues. They don't know how to spell. They don't know how to use this correct grammar. It's just frustrating and I'm a little over it. I'm like, what happened to the education system for the last 15, 20 years? Oh, I know. They wanted to just take taxpayers' money and push it to other things because we know it wasn't for the upgrades of housing. So I was watching a whole bunch of videos today. I kind of just put my YouTube on auto so I can get like a good gist of all like my business stuff for the day. And so many things were said, and it was completely overwhelming. It said in the state of New York right now, they're facing such a high homelessness population, obviously, because there were a lot of migrants, and they implemented the new rule where I think you couldn't stay in a shelter longer than 30 days. So everybody who was there previously could have been months, years, who knows, they all got let go on the street. So now there's so many people on the streets. It's like there's so many layers to what's happening to our people around the world. And then now, in order for them to upgrade the public housing, which used to be a great first home, it's going to cost them, I think the guy said $30 billion to revamp all of those project apartments in New York City alone. Nobody's cutting that check. Nobody's cutting that check. So now it's like, oh, you have all these project apartments from the 80s that were built so long ago. They have old pipes, they have old paint, they have this, that, AC units and heat that be on 1,000. Like it's so many issues that our people are dealing with in these spaces. And unfortunately, they're there on public housing or low income or something like that. So it's like, where do they go? They really can't even afford to go anywhere when you got an average rent as $2,100 over there, $3,200 in New York City, $1,600 here in Maryland. I'm sure it's almost $2,200 in Atlanta right now. Like, what are people gonna do? Where are people gonna go? There's 150,000 people right now homeless in California. 74,000 people in New York. Those are the two mega cities of our country. Where are these people gonna go? What are our people gonna do?
The goal
They
is
can't
to,
even build houses fast enough to accommodate them because of all of the red tape, as I mentioned.
you're right. But the goal is to make the people be dependent upon the government.
Yep.
And once you're at the government's mercy, they get everybody on the government tit, and then they can do and program and manipulate them, mobilize them, immobilize them, desensitize them, demonetize them as they will, at will. And a lot of our people, unfortunately, are comfortable with that. They're comfortable with that level of captivity. They're extremely comfortable with it. And like Ken Wilder was saying, that you only have, what we have to do is just find those of like minds, that's going to have a relentless approach to putting up the best fight that we can to, try to do something for future generations. Because, sadly, my generation, most of these people are washed up, they're puppeted, they're controlled, they are robotized. and they are indoctrinated to an extent where they begin to start, like you're seeing now, they begin to defend their oppressors. They're literally, Kamala Harris is an oppressor, and they're literally defending her, fighting. Our people are actually fighting to remain in captivity.
And that's pretty
That's
much
how
what it
deep.
comes
That's how
down
deep
to.
this shit goes. That's
That's
how
pretty
deep
much what it
this
comes
shit
down
goes.
to.
Yeah.
You keep voting for a new master. What I look like?
I'm like Chucky. Always don't vote. No, that's how you take their mind.
And I'm reading this report.
Go ahead.
So I'm reading this report, right? Because I had again read today that there are more fast food chain restaurants that are about to start implementing a value meal because the cost of food is so high that it's going to be the only way people can afford to sustain themselves. So now what they're trying to do is they're basically using all of Bill Gates' produce, things from his farmland, which is why he has like 300 some odd acres, I think they said. So they're using all of his stuff for mass production in fast food chains. And now, on top of that, they're going to have these value things. So allegedly, McDonald's took off their Impossible burger off of their menu. And someone suggested as a theory, as a synopsis, like other people are going to start following so that when shit hits the fan and then prices are so high, the only thing they're going to be able to introduce are these zucchini burgers or these Impossible burgers. They're going to be $1 and $2. They're going to continue to pump negative, toxic, overproduced, over preserved vegan items now to people on the fast food menus. So they have to think about what's going on. Yes. So Shaka said, his generation, people are going to have a shit ton of medical bills because of COVID, whatever jab they got. Now they got high blood pressure out the wazoo because they're eating all of this sodium from fast food restaurants. There's going to be so many people getting laid off right now. And then on top of that, they're talking about cutting the weeks of unemployment because the United States cannot afford for that many people to be on unemployment again. So think about what that's going to do. It's about to be crazy out here. Y'all have to vote according with that in mind.
Man, they're not going to do it. Too emotional. I want to say something about kids. Talk was talking about the younger generation. And to me, in my opinion, and this truth, I know, we oppressed under this systematic, under this system, you know what I mean? But man, let's be honest, man. Some of this are our fault, the black man fault that these kids are running around like this, man. Because for one, when we was young, we didn't teach them now coming up. We was running the street. We left the damn house. Left the sisters with them, you know what I mean? It's our fault, man. It's our fault.
Can't hear you, Shaka.
Yeah, you back in. Something happened with the Zoom. Something happened with the Zoom.
Is it? Can you see? Can you hear?
Yeah, it's back in.
Okay. And you're right. I agree with you because and it wasn't by choice with my generation because my generation they dealt with a serious Holocaust, which was crack and mass incarceration, and it's three strikes bill and that crime bill. And so that took a lot of the fathers out of the homes. The ones that did remain, either the few that made money hustling, the rest of them was strung out with their tongue out. Then the mothers were strung out the same way. So that left the children in the hands of the government, foster care, group homes, juvenile detention, all being victims of all sorts of abuse on all levels, man, mental, physically, emotionally, sexually, and so we played a part in creating a generation of monsters, man, mentally, man. And it's not that they tough, not that they hard. Most of these kids, by me working in these homes for so many years, man, they just hurting, man. Nobody took the time to explain to them. Nobody took the time to explain to them what took place. Nobody took the time to formally apologize to them. Nobody took the time to try to uh, help them recover from these blows, man. And
Yep.
so when we look at, and then the media sees it, because it's only a handful on the masses of our youth that are engaged in this type of mindset, because you got a lot of the children that were able to fight through it, that went to college, that played sports, they made something out of themselves, that are part of the working class today. So, but with the media, every morning they'll put out there who got jacked and all this type of stuff to give us, to make our people turn against our youth, man. And it puts fear in our people of dealing with them. That's why when we go in the hood, I don't want to go to just no any youth. I want to go to the worst apartment building. Who's the shot caller in the community? I don't want to talk to no victims, and I don't want to talk to just somebody that's following the leader. I want to speak to the leader, and then you can build from there. But they are hurting, man. These
Yep.
kids are hurting, man, and the media paints them as monsters. Thanks to Hillary Clinton, who black people damn near did the same thing like they doing for Kamala Harris for Hillary Clinton. The old hot sauce and chicken wing bullshit, you know,
Right.
and we buying into it. We buying into it again. And all we doing is telling them, giving them permission to draft our babies, because they've already been registered from 18 to 32. They've already been registered without their permission or without their knowledge in most cases. And like I said, soon somebody whoever's in office have a bad day, or one country don't want to relinquish their resources, then it's another damn war, and then you don't go to war, you go to prison. And then the pipeline to prison with the kids in school. A lot of these kids, these children, man, it's a setup. It's a setup. What they do is, when they don't sit right with the education that they're getting because it don't make sense to them, then they send them to the office. Then they'll give them a false label, ADHD. Then they'll put them on Ritalin, Paxil, Depakote, Seroquel, and all these other psychotropic drugs. Most of them are Schedule 1 narcotics, which is a gateway to the weed, to the Molly, to the X, and then they're out in the street and they're in gangs, man. So we do play a major role in this. We play a major role, and nobody formally apologized to these young people, man. And can't no one or two people just do it, man. They need to be embraced, man, and given some hope. But this is not the part of the plan for them. These agendas that they pushing are for stiffer penalties, putting them away, putting them on chain gangs, making them more useful in production and manufacturing of goods for the globalists. Because when they raise the minimum wage to $20 an hour, that puts all the small businesses, put the small people out of business. And so you'll have Jeff Bezos and Amazon, Elon Musk and them, they're going to make a killing, because everybody's going to be plugged into one of those major corporations as a means of survival.
We gotta we gotta end the live, man. Y'all gonna give y'all final remarks.
I just did.
All right. Queen. I can't hear you, Queen. You
I
muted.
don't have anything to say much. Just
Okay.
You know, keep your head on a swivel. Continue to do your research. Every time you go to the supermarket, buy something non-perishable, something to stay prepared because rate hikes and price hikes are coming.
Yeah, you good?
Good. I'm like Shaka, don't vote. All of us don't vote.
A lot to unpack, a lot to consider. And anything, do your research. We thank y'all for checking us out, tuning in. Check us out next Monday. Peace, family.
All right, peace.